How's it going?
It's good. Guys, I am going to go ahead and get started. Laura's recording it. It's 8:35. I fully expect that we're going to have some other teams hop on. As you guys know, Super Saturday was this weekend. We had an amazing time here in Houston, but I do know that there were multiple locations and ambassadors that were unable to attend their local or even a Super Saturday they were traveling to. Hey, Dee Dee, I see you. They couldn't make it for weather-related reasons. We had lots of people from Diamond Ducks that I know didn't make it to the location they were trying to get to. So what we decided to do is do a recap of what happened in Houston today. Grace and I are going to be pulling together to kind of give you guys the highlights. But just a couple of housekeeping things. We're going to try really hard to be respectful of everyone's time. We're going to try to keep our information to 30 minutes and then give you guys an opportunity to ask some questions. We don't want this to be a super lengthy training. As y'all heard me tell Laura just a little while ago, they're going to be emailing the link to actual Super Saturday. I don't know what session they recorded, nor do I know when we're going to get the link. I just know it's coming. So we're not going to spend 4 hours doing this today like we did on Saturday. We're just going to try to give you guys the highlights and then tell you where to go to get the resources to find the rest of it later. So we're going to try to keep you guys off the call on time. But I wanted to point out just a couple things. I am sure no matter whose team page you guys are on, a lot of these announcements and general information you've probably heard already before now. But we're going to go through them really quickly. The first thing that I want to talk about from Super Saturday is the new winter catalogs. They are amazing, guys. The format, the way the pictures are laid out, the information is outstanding. They are available in your back office now. They are also in your shareables in your back office. I've already shared it on my Facebook page today for people to look at. And then I think they said you can order them in packs of 25. So if you didn't get to see the preview of that at Super Saturday and you haven't had a chance to look at it yet, go in your back office and check that out. They're there for you guys. The other thing they launched on Super Saturday, which is amazing, is the January incentive. Lots of you guys earned the planners in November, but for January, the incentive program rolling out for January is Jumpstart January, and they're going to be giving away a Garmin Plexus branded smartwatch. And this is not like you go into a drawing for this. If you hit the qualifications, you're going to get the watch, not just, oh, I'm going to go into a drawing for this amazing prize. You will get the prize. So in order to do that for January, you need 3 new ambassadors with a qualifying welcome pack and backup order, 3 personally sponsored customers. They can be retail or preferred with a minimum first order of $50 PV. And then you yourself need a personal volume of 500. So you need 500 PV. When you hit all of those qualifications, you will win the Plexus branded Garmin smartwatch. They showed us a couple pics of it. I was sitting kind of in the back, but it looks amazing, and it is definitely my goal for January. The second reason that that's my goal, because adding ambassadors, PV, and adding customers is leading up to the next big announcement we had at Super Saturday Convention. Holla, who's ready? Vegas. We're going to Vegas again, y'all. I did not get to go last year, so I am pumped up. I've already bought my ticket. I've already booked my room. I know the team pages are full of talk about conventions, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that, but I want to point out 2 things, guys. If you have even the slightest interest in going to convention, working your business, growing in 2017, go register now. Do not worry about how am I going to get there? How I'm going to have a sitter. What are plane tickets going to cost? That will work itself out. Go register, and I'll tell you why. It's going to sell out. Last year, we had 12,000 people at convention. They're expecting 20,000 this year. I made the mistake last year of not signing up or registering for convention right away because I didn't think I was going to be able to go. And a few weeks later, things changed. I was able to go, and I couldn't get registered because they had 4,000 people on the wait list. And they're expecting, like I said, 20,000. So go. Right now, it's $89.99 until January 31st. After that, the price of registration goes up to $109. And I will tell you, because this question is coming up, well, what if I register and I can't go? If you look at the frequently asked questions, it will tell you they will give you a refund minus a $5 processing or early cancellation fee. So even if you are not sure, get your ticket. They will not allow transfers this year like they did last year. You can cancel, but you cannot transfer to another ambassador anymore. So if you think you're going to go, go. If you're not sure, go anyways and get your ticket. And then I'm not going to go into a lot of detail. Most team pages have the convention contest on it. Just one thing, it is retro to January 1. So if you've done any of these things since January 1, you're going to get your credits. But you'll get credits for new ambassadors, new customers, and PV in your levels 1 through 4. And then you have the option in convention to earn lots of amazing prizes. I'm not going to get into those specifics for time purposes, but you guys can check on your team page and check in your back office because they've got some pretty amazing prizes this year. So get ready to map out your next 3 months. Convention usually runs through the end of April, convention contest, I mean. So you've got 4 months. Set your goals, pick your target, see how many points you need every month, see what that means for your PV, ambassadors, and customers, and work on your DMO and get there, guys. It's going to be amazing. So those are just some of the announcements that they did at Super Saturday. But the big thing that they rolled out at Super Saturday, which I'm so excited about, is a new training and education platform for all of us, for it to be used however you need it, however your team needs it, or however your new ambassador needs it. It's called the Rank Up Roadmap. It's going to be available in your back office. I'm not entirely sure when. They haven't given us a date yet, but I know it's going to be soon. And this is a complete education center, guys. It's providing training on at every rank, throughout the company. It's going to have training on the company itself, network marketing as a business, your personal potential. It's intended to help us educate, motivate, and inspire ourselves as well as our new ambassadors. And it's also a safety net for those of you that don't have active uplines, or you have an upline that's new like you are and you're learning together. It gives us a safety net, and it gives us a standardized training throughout all of Plexus. So we all have access to the same training, the same resources. We all have the same tools that we need to be diamonds, guys, and they're putting it at our fingertips for $34.95. Who does that, right? The one thing it doesn't do, guys, is let us as leaders off the hook. We're still needing to continue to motivate and train and inspire and lead our team. So it's not going to get you off the hook from being a leader, but it is going to give you some really nice tools. All of you guys know the first 24 to 48 hours as an ambassador is critical. So immediately after sign up, your new ambassador is going to get an email. It's going to be a congratulatory email, and inside that email, it's going to have a link to the first Rank Up Roadmap, which is ambassador to silver. You can also get to those links through the back office once they're active, but as soon as your new ambassador signs up, you're going to want to open a message with them, tell them to check their email, and start working through that with them. What they're going to see when they open that, a couple of things, is the belief video or a welcome video. I believe it's Jen Stanley Hawkins that has that video. It talks a little bit about what is silver, things like that. It's also going to have some information about the perks of our business laid out all in one place. Contests that are going on, events that are coming up, corporate trainings that are coming up, all the things, the Plexus Lexus program, the Emerald Extravaganza qualifying credential information, all in one spot for them to refer back to. So the cool thing about it is people are going to get to choose which pace they want to start their business. So with the Rank Up Roadmap from Ambassador to Silver, it's going to give them an option. Do they want to take pace 1, where they're kind of dipping their toes in? They are just wanting to earn enough to pay for their products, or maybe date night with hubby, or maybe a new pair of baseball cleats for kiddos, just enough, kind of want to dip my toes in. And then you have the option for pace 2, where you want to jump in head first, you want to learn more, you want to do more right away, dream big and move forward, guys. So you get to pick and choose. You may want to start out with dipping your toes in pace 1 and then switch over to pace 2. So you'll have that option. The one thing they did encourage us is not to get bogged down in the details, to get busy, and to use this as a tool and to help each other get through that. The cool thing about it is each rank that you acquire with Plexus, you're going to get a new email. So when that ambassador goes to silver, they're going to get another congratulatory email with the link to the Rank Up Roadmap from silver to gold. you will then have access to everything you've earned, but you will only have access to the trainings for the ambassador rank you've earned. So if I'm gold, I'm going to have access to the silver and gold trainings. If I'm senior ruby, I'm going to have that and everything underneath it. So once you've unlocked a level, you will always have access to that level. The next thing Grace is going to talk about is there's 5 specific action steps that they gave us. So what they did during Super Saturday is basically take us through what it would look like if we were getting the Ambassador to Silver Rank Up Roadmap training program. So I'm going to turn it over to Grace, and she's going to go over what we talked about in Super Saturday on the 5 action steps from Ambassador to Silver. So Grace, it's all yours.
Cool. Thanks for that. Guys, I don't know if any of you on the call actually were at Super Saturday, but it was awesome. I was not able to go last year and because of work. And then actually, just like Rachel, I wasn't able to go to convention either because I drug my heels. And even though Melanie told me to register right away, I didn't. And I was hesitant. And I'm not doing that this year. I've already registered. Okay. So all of you need to go out and do that today and just, $5 if cancellation, that's not a big deal. So just go ahead and go do that because it is worth it, or so I hear, because I haven't been, but I'm really jealous that I haven't been. So anyways, the Rank Up Roadmap looks awesome. We heard about it at Leaders Retreat and then again yesterday, way more in depth. And so they, like Rachel said, they took us through the 5 action steps that the people are going to do as they start. So this is Ambassador to Silver. So it was really cool. They showed us a bunch of videos about, compliance, or they showed us the video she mentioned from Jen Hawkins and from this awesome storyteller. So I'm just kind of going to go through each step. A lot of this stuff is kind of what we already do with our teams. But it's going to be just a lot more accessible and easy for people to get to. So instead of being like, where's that video I can show someone again? It's all going to be in one place under the Rank Up Roadmap. So I think it's going to be an amazing tool. So the very first one is build a vision. So we do this as a team already. Under build a vision, you are identifying your why, and there's questions to ask that you are identifying your goals, and you're building your belief. And then at the end of that, you're probably going to help people create their vision board and have that printed out, on their mirror or, on their screensaver as their phone. So that's the very first one. And that is stuff that we already do with our new ambassadors. But again, I don't know how this is going to look once they pick, slow pace or I want all in. That to me sounds a little bit more like I want all in kind of thing. I think that they didn't really say to us in Denver. I don't know about you guys in Houston, but in Denver, they didn't tell us if that was the track they were kind of training us on. But that is what it seemed like to me.
She didn't tell us in Houston either, Grace. Yeah. They didn't tell us what they were walking us through. They just told us all the steps under each one of these, which we're not going to go into. You guys can see that on the video. But no, she didn't tell us either.
Yeah, it was, that's what it seems like to me, someone that would be jumping all in. But it's an amazing training and lots of great videos and resources for sure. The second step on the action steps is create your network marketing plan. So that's when you're doing your Frank's list, you're doing your list of 100 people initially, and you continue to add to that as you grow. That was creating your elevator speech, and becoming really good at that. And they told us about a story of someone's elevator speech where they actually knew of someone that got an ambassador in an elevator, and I thought that was really funny by using their elevator speech. So you never know. Creating your social media plan and how that is going to look on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and whatever you're using. The third action step was increase your Plexus knowledge. This one, they talked about earn while you learn, learning the comp plan. This is where they showed the compliance video, which actually was very interesting. I think I can always learn more from that. They also showed us a new triplex video, which was really cool, that I hadn't seen before, and that will be out there soon as well. So lots of videos and interactive stuff that they showed us the other day that will be at our fingertips soon. We don't know when, But they said soon. They kept saying that. The fourth action step was share Plexus. And this is when they shared a video of a girl. Her name was Kendra. I don't remember her last name, but I actually posted the book. There's a free book that you can get from her by just going through her website. And she is a storyteller, and she was amazing. She was super intriguing. Like, she just pulled you in with her stories and with her words and with her animation and the ups and the downs, and just how, storytelling is such an important thing. And once you listen to that, I think it's going to make everyone go back and rethink, how we're telling our Plexus story or our Plexus testimony, to make it where people are actually listening and where it's creating, where in them, they're thinking and they're putting themselves in your shoes as well. So becoming to have she was talking about having common ground with people, and just creating your why and your Plexus products within those stories, and the opportunity. Don't forget the opportunity. She also talked a lot about do's and don'ts of storytelling, and and then at the end of that, they were talking about sharing Plexus. They just said, build your legacy and share, and just be bold about sharing. So our diamonds shared a little bit about how they do that, and it was very similar to what our team does and what our onboarding process as a team is, with asking open-ended questions when you talk to potentials, doing private three-way messages with your upline so they can help answer questions, which actually for me has been a great learning process. When I add Melanie to a three-way message, then I'm learning as well how to answer those questions, which is super helpful. Finding common ground with people and always making it about the prospect, and then just being confident in what you know. And we know that Plexus products are amazing. So we need to be confident in that, because if we're hesitant, then prospects will also be hesitant. That was a really big one. And then the very last one under Share Plexus is learn to follow up. We share that graphic all the time on the team page about how many follow-ups it takes to get to people. That is just a marketing thing. That's not a Plexus thing. That is marketing. Everyone knows that. Coca-Cola knows that. Subway knows that. Walmart knows that. Everyone does. So Plexus, we need to do it too. So if someone hears about it one time, they're probably not going to buy and join our products. When someone does, I'm always shocked. When that happens, I'm like, what? So we need to learn to follow up and do that strategically. And they talked a lot about that, which was really great. Then the fifth action step is exercise healthy business practices. Under this one, they basically talked a lot about consistency and discipline, about how you're doing your stuff. So we talked a lot about our DMOs, our daily method of operation, and how our IPAs, our income producing activities, flow into that DMO on a daily basis, and just setting aside time during your day, whenever that is, if that's in the morning, or if that's at night or middle of the day on your lunchtime hour, whenever that is, that's when you need to be doing your IPAs, but just having it be consistent. Then they talked about cultivating mindset, which, yay, for us, we have Sonia Dudley coming up, so that's amazing, that we get to continue working on our mindset that way. And then they talked about having a running partner. So we're doing, I don't know how many of you are in the challenge with Laura right now, but we're doing the 4-week challenge, and we have accountability partners, which are great. They can also turn into running partners, but I think that was something for me. I was like, I need to pick someone that is specifically my running partner, so that's just going to run this business with me. And then, like she said, soon, we're not really sure on the dates, but we need to continue to train our teams on this. So taking the knowledge that we have once we get this mindset roadmap, and then just start using it. I know that we've been doing our business without this, but this is going to be an awesome tool. They basically said, just like Plexus and the products that we have, and then we encourage people to take our tool to their weight loss, to better their health and all that kind of stuff. The roadmap is also a tool for us in our business. then we got an email for coming to Super Saturday that said that they were going to have the video out on January 13th, which is next Friday. So that's what my email said. So, yeah, I'm super excited about that. Another fun thing that, they talked about were the opportunity of a lifetime and checking, when they're coming to your city. And then they also gave us this success, magazine, which was super fun because I was totally going to buy one. Then I was like, yeah, got it for free. So I don't know if you haven't heard, Plexus was highlighted in the magazine. So,
and that's the second time Plexus has been in that magazine. What?
Pretty awesome. So yeah, I've been reading through that, which is really fun. So, anyways, that is what we have for you guys. We wanted to open up for Q&A. So if you have any questions about the Rank Up roadmap, more of that's going to be out to you soon. Like they said, on the 13th, you're going to get the video and you can sit and listen to the whole 4 hours. So that's why we kind of just went through quickly through everything. So we don't want to, really answer a bunch of questions about that because you'll be able to sit down and fully get all of that.
And like Grace is saying, once you get that video, the 5 steps that she's talking about, I have like 4 pages under each one of those steps. And it's basically, we talk about how we're training our team, but it gives them a step-by-step guide. The first thing that Grace talked about was building your vision. It gives them exact ways to write their why. And they went clearly through, your want is not your why. And how do you change that? Like she said, we're not going to get into all those details, but if you didn't go to Super Saturday, it's worth it, really is. But the challenge that they gave us in Houston, and I don't know if they gave Grace, is in the next 20 after Super Saturday, they asked that we remind ourselves of our why, revisit our SMART goals. And if you're at Super Saturday, you know what a SMART goal is. If not, watch the video. You'll find out. Mm-hmm. Revise your SMART goals if you already have them. If you don't have a Frank's list, start one. And if you do, revisit it. Practice your elevator speech. And again, another one of those steps that Grace reviewed with you guys, they go in much more detail about what that is and how to create it and what components you need to have. Educate yourself about our incentives, specifically the 60-day trim up, and make sure you're going back and offering that to any previous customers that you've had. Contacting 10 people about the products and the business opportunity. Follow up, and then repeat, and repeat it again. So, we had a great time in Houston. I see a couple of faces that were at a different Super Saturday and then a couple of faces that didn't make it. So the floor is yours, guys. If you have any questions or just want to throw any comments about the city you were in, now's your chance. You do have to unmute yourself. I believe Laura has everyone muted, so if you want to speak, just unmute yourself to ask a question or make a comment. Thank you, Grace.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, you can also put your questions in the chat if you aren't able to get on the audio.
Crickets.
No one has any questions?
It's really hard to put 4 hours of amazing training in 30 minutes. We did the best we could.
We thank you so much for taking the time to
Absolutely.
do that.
Okay. Welcome.
Hey guys, this is Veronica. I left my phone at the gym and I'm just now jumping on. So
we lost you, Veronica.
I'm just curious. Has this been recorded?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yes, we did record.
Thank you.
Sure.
The most important thing you need to know, Veronica, is that Super Saturday was actually filmed, and they're going to have it out next Friday. So you'll be able to watch the whole 4-hour presentation, which is going to be awesome.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
We had a really good time in Dallas.
Yay!
Yay.
Yay! It was really cold. And we had some snow, but it was really good. I think both of my girls that went with me really enjoyed it. We had our own little dinner afterwards, and we kind of talked about it, and they were all pumped and ready. And so they pretty much went over the same thing. They gave their examples, their story, Amy Paul and Sarah Marble. And like Sarah told us her routine for the day when she works her business and all that kind of stuff. And the one thing she did tell us there at the end on that number 5 was to set office hours.
Yes.
Especially when you get on up, like she is now, and then her team, and like to let your team know what your office hours are, and different things like that. So,
and I would say definitely take that one step further, regardless of your raise. If you, for me personally, having the amount of work that I do, I don't want my team or my potentials to think I'm not getting back with them. So when I build a relationship, I let them know ahead of time that just because I respond to you right away doesn't mean I'm not going to get back to you. And I let them know my office hours or my availability right away, so that they don't think I am ignoring them if I don't get back to them for a couple of hours. You know what I mean? And like Grace said, those 3 ways have made a huge difference. And not always, but sometimes my sideline sisters are in those chats because one of us may be able to help while the other one's at work, and so on and so forth. So, office hours and 3-way chats, I think, are definitely big right now.
Yeah. And our Alyssa was one of our diamonds speaking, and she talked about that, which she uploaded in our Denver page. But I know Melanie talks about that all the time, and so it was fun to hear it from another person and saying how she uses that with her team.
I have something to show y'all. Hold on.
They can see me.
Oh.
We can see you, Deb.
Well, I know my dog was fixing to walk in, and I'm like, they can see. She's wrapped in a towel.
Oh.
She's home for the weekend, so anyway.
Are y'all there?
Yeah.
Yes.
I wanted to show y'all something that I think goes 100% in line with Super Saturday. And I don't know if you can see this.
Yep.
Oh, you got it.
A DMO planner. I did order it. I just had a chance to look at it tonight, y'all, and it's awesome. It has a whole section on personal development, a section on DMO, and it literally has the daily action sheets that Grace is talking about printed in there for you.
Cool.
It has training and different training notes and videos and what order you should watch them in. It has a Frank's list and a list of 100, so you can go in. And then my favorite part in the personal development, it immediately starts talking about how to write your why, and it gives you pages to write it on.
Where did you get it? Janice is asking me.
I'll get the website. I don't know it off the top of my head, but I can post it.
Neither, yeah.
I posted it
Did you get the
already?
Yeah.
But I love that it gives us examples of affirmations, because I'm certain almost all of you that have been with Plexus for a little while have heard the affirmations. And if you haven't dug into what that really means, there's some really great examples of that in there. And then it has all the personal development books that we've probably all heard about a gazillion times. GoPro, Circle Maker, How to Win Friends and Influence People, and it has little check marks by all of them, so you can check them off after you've read them. And then there were several on there that I hadn't seen before. So
awesome.
I got the mail while we were at Super Saturday, so I was super, super pumped to open it today because it was 100% in line with what we talked about. So I'm going to go try to find.
Melanie just sent it. It's dmosuccess.com.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Did you get the 3-month or the 6-month?
I got the 3-month because I didn't.
Okay.
You know what? I'm not sure. I just got
Because I was thinking
1/2 by 11 because there was only one that was big, and I like big.
Yeah, no. Okay, because I was thinking I'd get a 3-month.
It doesn't have the one, and I'll tell you, just so you know, the little section that has calendar, it's not like a planner / calendar like what you're expecting at all. But everything else in it is perfect. I mean, it's exactly what I needed to kind of keep all my stuff in one spot. I know that doesn't have anything to do with Super Saturday, but for those of you that me, a busy job, you're a single mom, you have kids, you have things going on. It was really great about keeping everything that we talk about all the time in one spot. So that's what I love about it.
I think the point is that you just need to find the one thing that works for you, whether it's a planner or an online, calendar or, written, whatever it is, setting an alarm for yourself to tell you that it's time for you to go to your office hour. I don't know what it is, but it's,
And I think for newbies, this is a great place to start, and they kind of get that pattern down, and then they can merge and create their own that makes sense for them. But there was a lot of like cues and triggers that we forget after we've been doing it for a while. So that was really nice.
Yeah, cool.
Anybody have questions about the Rank Up roadmap or Super Saturday in general, convention, Jumpstart January?
Oh, yeah, I didn't really look too much, but on the Jumpstart January.
Okay.
For the new ambassadors.
So they have to have a
It has to be right, totally new ambassadors, or can you be the ones that you flip?
It can be a customer that flips to ambassador from what I read,
Okay.
but double frequently asked questions. But what I read this morning, that's how I interpret it. Just like they do for convention contests. If you've had a preferred customer and they convert to ambassador, it counts for convention contest points too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything else, guys?
I don't
I know
think so, not from
you
here.
have to hop off, so if you want to hop off, go ahead. But when Laura gets back on, I can't leave the meeting because she's the host of the meeting. So if you need to hop off, that's fine. I'll just go over some convention contests for the peeps that want to stick around.
Hey, Rachel, I was just going to mention one thing, too, about Sonia, just so everybody knows. I think we're going to wait because now we're competing with Convention 2.